So the question of why I stay United Methodist is always before me.
My friend Jay brings up a question that I have often asked myself, and I've had many people ask it of me. Why do I stay United Methodist? Wouldn't it be easier to just go out and do things on my own? Well, the first way I respond to that question is both a little humorous and also very important to me. And it comes from Richard Gere in the movie An Officer and a Gentleman when his drill sergeant is trying to get him out of the military. He says, I have nowhere else to go. And I feel that way very often. At my age, I feel like I don't have anywhere else to go, but the answer is more complicated than that. You see, I don't want to go anywhere else because the United Methodist Church taught me about grace in a few years more than any place I'd been previously. You see, in the United Methodist Church, we have three types of grace: prevenient grace or preparing grace, justifying grace or forgiving grace, and sanctifying grace or loving grace. And it is my belief in those things, my hope in those things, my faith in those things that keeps me United Methodist. You see, prevenient or preparing grace is that grace which God puts out into the world that goes before us. The goodness of God that is found in a place before we ever arrive. The goodness of God that we see that enlightens us, that enlivens us, that touches our hearts, our minds, and our spirits. And it's that goodness that transforms the world around us and allows God to begin to touch and move in our hearts. Now, that forgiving grace that is a part of the journey, for many, has focused on my personal forgiveness, on how I would forgive others. Pardon me. It focuses on how God would forgive me. That's mainly the way we think of justifying grace, as God's ability to forgive me of my sin. But justifying grace means more than that. Justifying grace is also a part of that sanctifying grace, that grace that helps our hearts grow into a perfect love for God and neighbor. And you see, that's that combination there that transformed my life. That is a part of the United Methodist Church. That justifying and sanctifying grace work together to teach me that I need forgiveness, not just from God, but I need forgiveness from other people I've wronged. And I've sought out that forgiveness in my life, and I continue to do so when I wrong another person. Justifying grace isn't all about me. And sanctifying and perfect love grace isn't all about me. It's about my love and God's love going out into the world and touching the lives of others. Now, for me, those were essential United Methodist teachings and beliefs that have kept me here. Now, I know you can find those beliefs elsewhere, but I feel like I owe some type of debt to the United Methodist Church for putting me there and for showing me this and helping me on this journey. This is why I continue to stay United Methodist. Now, some of you, that might not be the right place for you on your journey, and that's perfectly okay. We don't believe, this is another reason that I stay United Methodist. You see, we don't believe we've got it all right. We don't believe we've got it all figured out. We don't believe we're the one true way to get to God or to change the world. We don't believe we're the only ones. As United Methodists, we partner with many other groups, and I have done that throughout my years of ministry, and that is one of the things I greatly appreciate about the church in which I'm in. Yes, we're currently going through our troubles, we're going through problems and debates, but it was the United Methodist Church that taught me these are issues that we should struggle with and work out on our own together, that we should talk with one another. And I think that's one of the reasons we're facing a problem, and many other churches face problems, is we're not willing to sit down and wrestle with these issues, but we're also not willing to recognize the humanity of the people on the other side. So those are the reasons I stay United Methodist. If you're curious, it is definitely a question I wrestle with. I know this is going to be a long video. I'm going to post it on some other social medias. And I hope that if you like it, you'll like it and comment. And let me know what you think. Take care, and God bless you.